to another room. There's also this really creepy staircase that leads up there. On the cover it says 1851, but I don't know. So I've come from over there, I found this door here. It says by removing the bookshelf to open up the door behind again.
New discoveries are still being made. The current owner of this house found these English cigarettes.
It's fascinating how little we know about our own homes. You could have lived in one for years and still be oblivious to a hidden chamber or a concealed passage waiting to be discovered. Many people have made this shocking revelation and shared their thrilling stories. Who knows what unexpected wonders or mysterious secrets might be hiding behind the walls of your own house? Join us as we delve into the 20 strangest secret rooms found in people's houses. Number 20. Untouched Victorian Kitchen. In 2011, a fascinating piece of history was found. This is an almost perfectly preserved 200-year-old Victorian kitchen within a mansion named Kevin Park near Wrexham, built in the early 1800s. This historical gem was a treasure trove, boasting original fixtures and fittings that spoke volumes about its era. Among these were a substantial spit, jelly molds bearing the mark VR, likely signifying Victoria Regina, a 19th century cookery book, and even antique fire extinguishers. This kitchen, frozen in time, had likely remained untouched for about a century, serving as an underground shelter during World War II. However, after the war ended, the kitchen was sealed off. Archie Graham Palmer, inheritor of the property from his father, stumbled upon this remarkable find. He described how the kitchen had, over time, turned into a storage area for discarded items, housing boxes, and old horse blankets. Among the intriguing discoveries was a 19th century cookbook Archie humorously mentioned, containing intricate recipes quite different from the quick meals popularized by modern chefs like Jamie Oliver. It seemed like Archie's way of joking about the stark contrast between past and present culinary practices. Efforts to restore the kitchen's original splendor ensued. A decorator was brought in to painstakingly remove layers of limewash paint, unveiling the kitchen's authentic mustard yellow and eggshell blue hues. At its core, the kitchen boasted a large table with benches, indicative of a time when the mansion employed a considerable staff. Historical census records from 1811 shed light on this, listing a butler, valet, footman, housemaids, gardener, and coachman as part of the household staff. Adding to the allure, one of the mansion's previous owners, Sir Roger William Henry Palmer, had a notable history. He was part of the famed Charge of the Light Brigade in 1854, lending an even richer historical context to this already remarkable property. Discoveries like this kitchen offer a glimpse into the past, providing a tangible link to bygone eras and the lives of those who once inhabited these spaces. Number 19. New York renter's unpleasant surprise. Samantha's curiosity sparked when she sensed an unusual draft of cold air seeping through her bathroom. Determined to get to the bottom of this mystery, she embarked on a quest to unravel the source of the chilly currents. Documenting her journey, she shared her startling discovery online, inviting others to join her in the unfolding mystery. After meticulous inspection and days of exploration within her bathroom, Samantha's persistence paid off. Behind the seemingly ordinary mirror lay an unexpected opening, revealing a secret room concealed within her home. But this wasn't just any room. It was an entire abandoned apartment, lying dormant behind her bathroom wall. However, the apartment appeared worn down and utterly uninhabitable, lost to time and neglect. The revelation of this hidden space left Samantha and her online audience astounded, contemplating the strange presence of an unused dwelling lurking just beyond the confines of her bathroom. The mere thought of a forgotten, derelict apartment concealed within the very walls of her home left Samantha, and perhaps many others, unsettled. The notion of an unknown, deserted space existing so close yet hidden raised questions and evoked a sense of unease. After all, the discovery of such an unexpected and uninhabited area concealed behind her bathroom might leave anyone feeling a bit apprehensive about what lies unseen within their own dwelling. This real-life account mirrors a recurring theme in architecture and history: Throughout time, hidden rooms and secret compartments have been uncovered in homes, revealing hidden spaces with forgotten stories. They serve as a testament to the mysterious allure of what might remain concealed within the confines of seemingly ordinary living spaces. Number 18. A secret tunnel and missing manuscript. This incredible story is centered around an ancient monastery called Monsanto Dale. It's perched atop breathtaking landscapes, preserving over 1,000 years of history and treasures. The monastery's namesake, Odile, was born blind to the Duke of Alsace. Due to her father's disappointment, she was discreetly taken to a nearby town. But fate had other plans. After a baptism guided by an angelic intervention, Odile miraculously gained her sight. Word spread, leading to a family reunion that had its share of highs and tragic lows. Recognizing Odile's grace and compassion, her father erected the Monsanto Dale Abbey in her honor. The abbey drew those who believed in its order until a curious turn of events. In the early 20th century, priests noticed books disappearing from the abbey's library, sparking suspicions that spread even to the librarian, Father Elaine Donis. Despite heightened security, the vanishing act continued, perplexing everyone until authorities intervened. The truth finally unveiled a surprising culprit called Stannis L. Goss, a former professor enamored by the abbey's rich history. Goss, using a secret room hidden behind a bookshelf, borrowed over 1,100 books for his personal collection. Although his actions were wrong, his motives were pure. Goss cherished these manuscripts deeply, even taking steps to restore some of them. The courts acknowledged Goss's genuine passion. Rather than a severe punishment, he was charged a fine community service and asked to assist the monks in cataloging and restoring the books. In a heartwarming turn, Goss found a place within the monastery as a teacher. Number 17. Room hidden behind a roof. This dad stumbled upon something that would spook most people, but he turned it into an awesome surprise for his kid. He spotted a roof on the outside of his house that shouldn't even exist, hinting at a hidden room intentionally concealed. That'd give anyone the creeps, since the unknown lurking behind plaster walls could be anything. However, this man rolled up his sleeves and went straight to work, breaking through the wall. He then found a secret room, a perfect hideout for a kid. Just weeks later, his son had this awesome den behind a tiny door, and it's become his favorite spot in the house. You can't help but wonder about the story behind that hidden space. It's like a puzzle waiting to be solved, but maybe some things are better left mysterious, especially when it leads to creating such a thrilling surprise for a kid. Sometimes the unknown can hold excitement, a sense of adventure, and in this case, a hidden room that's now a cherished little sanctuary for a lucky kid, thanks to a dad's ingenuity and bravery. Number 16. Singer Castle. In the late 1800s, Frederick Warren, the mastermind behind the Singer Sewing Company's success, decided to splurge some of his wealth on an extraordinary creation, Singer Castle, a place that became synonymous with secrets and intrigue. This wasn't your typical castle. It was crafted with a web of hidden passages, spy holes, and concealed rooms, making navigation a perplexing puzzle. This property was a mystery lover's dream, or nightmare depending on your perspective. There were secret compartments that created an ideal spy's den. Down in the basement resided Little Freddy, a skeleton companion surrounded by cobwebs and spiders, adding a touch of eerie ambiance. Then there's the peculiar painting through which servants supposedly spied on guests, a creepy yet innovative feature. Imagine hidden grates allowing guests to surreptitiously observe each other, lurking in the shadows undetected. It's both thrilling and unsettling, depending on your taste for mystery and secrecy. Now, the castle's aura of enigma goes beyond these features. It flaunts fake dungeon gates, a playful ruse by Warren to bamboozle guests into believing there was a non-existent torture chamber. But let's not dismiss the genuine allure of the castle's secret staircases, concealed vaults, and turret hideaways. These were authentic, adding to the allure of the property. Number 15. Hidden room beneath the basement. Alexandra Polis, hailing from Lown, Pennsylvania, had an astonishing revelation about her childhood home. This remarkable woman, now in her early 40s, has had her family's white colonial-style house since the 1970s. Even in her youth, she would dream of mysterious rooms within the house. While many dismissed these as mere products of a vivid imagination, as they say, sometimes intuition hits the mark. After inheriting the home and becoming a landlord, unusual occurrences started unfolding in the basement, with one thing breaking after another. Recalling a long-forgotten rumor from a former neighbor hinting at the existence of another basement beneath theirs, Alexandra got an idea. In the dead of night, engrossed in researching local home histories, she stumbled upon a tale about a neighboring house's connection to the Underground Railroad. Fueled by curiosity, she delved deeper into her basement, even instructing workers to excavate further when repairs were underway. And lo and behold, they unearthed a whole new space, 14 feet below ground level. Her tenant Jerry speculates that this room might predate the house itself, citing its spaciousness and a conspicuously suspicious stone wall. While Alexandra is understandably thrilled, historians from the Historical Society of Pennsylvania corroborate the area's rich abolitionist history, strengthening the possibility of this room's involvement in significant events. Beyond being a stop on the Underground Railroad, this mysterious space might have more tales to tell, perhaps a concealed storage, a hidden family chamber, or even a secret treasure trove. Number 14. Secret room that remained unopened for the past 102 years. For over a century, a house in the quaint village of Tarn, France, held a secret, a hidden room that remained undiscovered until a family moved in earlier this year. The tale began with an intriguing observation of a window in their new home, seemingly without a room behind it. Piqued by curiosity, they embarked on a quest to unveil the mystery concealed within the block path. Their exploration led them to a room frozen in time, untouched for decades. This chamber, once the domain of a 22-year-old French lieutenant named Hoover Rosaro, appeared like a museum. Every artifact within spoke volumes of Hoover's life during a defining era. From his wartime paraphernalia to a striking portrait, each item painted a vivid portrait of a courageous young man who valiantly served during World War I. Tragically, Hoover's bravery was cut short on April 26, 1918, as he made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Overwhelmed with grief, Hoover's parents chose to preserve his room, sealing away his belongings as a testament to their enduring love and pain. Through the passing years and changes in ownership, the room remained a silent time capsule, witnessing different hands and histories. Remarkably, the house passed through the hands of General Eugene Bau of France before later falling under government control. Eventually, it returned to Eugene's lineage when his granddaughter acquired it. Recognizing the historical and emotional significance of this preserved space, the family chose to honor Hoover's legacy. Rather than keep the room hidden away, they opted to transform it into a museum, a living testament to Hoover's life and sacrifice. By preserving the room, they aimed to share Hoover's story with future generations, ensuring that his bravery and sacrifice during a pivotal moment in history would not fade into obscurity. Number 13. The room under a hatch. This guy was checking out a fairly small place when he spotted a weird hatch on the floor and thought it was extra storage space. While it was indeed a storage spot, it turned out it was much more. A massive dungeon extending under his and his neighbor's apartments. The entire apartment building was constructed atop an old monastery, which explains the dungeon's existence. But there are still mysteries. Why is there a big stone step that seems like it was part of a bed? And what's with the strange grate running through the floor? These questions would make most people seal that hatch forever, never to venture down again. And that may be what the young man decided to do eventually. Number 12. 1,000-year-old Viking ironboard found inside basement. In Valdres, Norway, an extraordinary historical discovery came to light through Greta Margot during what started as a routine cleaning session in her basement. There, tucked away, she stumbled upon a collection of 32 identical bars, each weighing precisely 50 grams and sporting a distinctive hole for stringing. These seemingly unassuming bars held hidden stories of the Viking era in Norway. The intriguing part is that these bars bore the hallmarks of what might have been an early form of currency used during ancient times. Interestingly, Greta's father had initially unearthed these artifacts back in the 1980s while digging a well. Their location near the historic Bird Royal Road added another layer of significance to these finds. Recognizing the historical value and potential significance of these bars, Greta made a prudent decision. She entrusted these fascinating artifacts to the Valdres Folk Museum, ensuring their proper documentation and preservation. These bars, possibly ancient forms of currency, shed light on the economic systems and practices of the Viking era. Number 11. Underground bunker. Just like a family bought an old house and found a secret room in it, which no one entered for 102 years, Will Barnes from Wisbech had an unexpected revelation while working on his garden, a startling piece of history hidden beneath the surface. As he labored to upgrade his garden, his shovel unexpectedly struck something solid, shattering the illusion of mere dirt. Uncovering layer upon layer of earth, he unearthed an astonishing find, an entrance to what appeared to be a remarkable World War II bomb shelter, buried 8 steps below the surface. The discovery of this bunker revealed more than just a historic wartime refuge. Inside this clandestine structure lay another door, but it led directly into his neighbor's garden. This seemingly unconventional connection between neighbors began to make sense considering the tumultuous times during the war. In an era marked by uncertainty and the need for solidarity, such secret passages between adjoining properties weren't uncommon. The revelation of this underground bunker shed light on the rich historical fabric woven into the very foundations of their homes. Turns out, their house was constructed during the tense period between the 1930s and 1949, smack dab in the middle of wartime tensions. This discovery added an intriguing layer to their house's history, uncovering a forgotten relic from a pivotal era. What made this discovery even more astonishing was the fact that the neighbors themselves had no inkling about the clandestine structure lying beneath their feet. For 5 years, they had lived above this historical relic, utterly unaware of the secret underground pathway leading to their neighbor's property. It's a fascinating scenario that paints a vivid picture of hidden connections and untold stories residing beneath the seemingly ordinary surface of their homes. Number 10. Secret Lair, full of guns. When this guy scored his very first house, he was all set to handle whatever remnants the prior occupant had left behind. Little did he know, the task was much more than he'd anticipated. Initially, it seemed like he'd cleared the whole place out. But curiosity struck when a seemingly ordinary piece of plywood refused to budge. His persistence paid off when the panel finally gave way, revealing a secret room brimming with mysterious treasures. There it was, a 200-pound safe, stubbornly shut tight, withholding its secrets. Yet that was just the tip of the iceberg. The discovery unfolded like a scene from an adventure movie. Gun boxes towering from floor to ceiling, crates loaded with ammunition that could rival a military stockpile, air rifles, and cases marked with the Citizen Marksmanship program, and a stash of German blanks that seemed straight out of a historical film, all neatly tucked away. The hidden chamber resembled a prepped fortress ready for any scenario, be it the zombie apocalypse or something equally bizarre. It's as though stumbling upon this hidden lair equipped for the end of days. Number 9. The Disappointment Room. In the historic streets of West Warwick lies a mysterious attic, one that holds a poignant tale from a bygone era, an era marred by unforgiving social norms and stigmas that unjustly punished innocent souls. Within the attic of Laurie and Jeffrey Dess, the features of this room spoke volumes about its tragic past. A drain in the floor, a door with a handle only on the outside, and an unsettling atmosphere that swung between extreme cold and heat. It wasn't just any room, it was a disappointment room, a hidden space where affluent families in the past concealed their disabled members, fearing societal judgment. The previous owner, Judge Job Smith Carpenter, had apparently hidden his own daughter Ruth within these very walls. As Laurie and Deese uncovered the room's haunting truth through meticulous research at the West Warwick Public Library, she refused to let this revelation fade away. Instead, Lorien transformed this heart-wrenching history into a catalyst for awareness. She and Jeffrey Deas shared their findings with the world, shedding light on the existence of these disappointment rooms. Undoubtedly, these concealed spaces represent a grim chapter in history, a painful reminder of the cruelties inflicted by societal biases and norms. Yet the actions of Lorien and Jeffrey Deas stand as a reminder that even amidst the darkest legacies, we possess the power to sow seeds of change and hope. Their efforts signify the strides we've made in comprehending mental health, recognizing the intrinsic value of every individual, and dismantling the stigmas that once oppressed and marginalized the most vulnerable among us. Number 8. Ancient Chapel, hidden inside old house. In 2010, an intriguing discovery unfolded for the Peror family when they stumbled upon a metallic grid within their home. After a few moments of contemplation and perhaps a couple of drinks, they decided to unravel the mystery that lay behind this enigmatic metallic barrier. What lay hidden behind it was nothing short of astonishing. A secret chamber that bore a striking resemblance to an old chapel, complete with a cross and a pew. This revelation sparked a whirlwind of speculation regarding the room's potential purpose and historical significance. Was it a vestige of times marred by religious persecution, serving as a clandestine chapel for Catholics seeking solace during oppressive eras? Or could its origins be traced back to World War II, functioning as a bunker for Churchill's covert army? Experts delved into the historical context, examining the evidence laid bare by this secret chamber. The presence of crosses and the architectural layout pointed towards its potential use as a refuge for persecuted Catholics, if the house indeed dated back to the 1700s. The very characteristics of the space echoed tales of clandestine worship and religious sanctuary during tumultuous times. Conversely, considering the World War II era, the chamber might have been one among the myriad underground bunkers employed by Britain's secret army. The possibility of it serving as a strategic hideaway during times of conflict added another layer of intrigue to this already fascinating discovery. Number 7. 1950s suitcase behind the walls. Back in 2016, a couple decided to spruce up their 1940s home, a place they'd called home for a few years. Little did they know, a hidden treasure awaited them. During their renovations, they stumbled upon a secret space tucked away in the ceiling. They were astonished when they uncovered a suitcase nestled in this covert compartment. They half expected to find old sports cards or random odds and ends, but what they unearthed was far more valuable. The suitcase's contents were a puzzle sealed by a newspaper dating back to March 25, 1951. Curiosity piqued, and they peeled back the layers of time. The first package within revealed a stack of $20 bills, sparking the couple's amazement. The excitement skyrocketed when they opened the next package, this one brimming with $50 bills. But the true shock came with the third bundle, a wad of $100 bills. Among these banknotes were some remarkable finds, a blend of brown notes, a gold certificate, and near-mint star notes, all dated between 1928 and 1934. The total worth of this unexpected stash amounted to an impressive $23,000. Recognizing the significance of their discovery, the couple wisely sought legal advice regarding their rights to keep this windfall. They also had the money appraised, probably to determine its historical value and potential implications. Number 6. Home wired to blow. The new owners of this home in Denver were knocking through a few walls when suddenly they got hit by this strong smell of burning. Curiosity piqued. They did some digging around and found a trail of matches leading to an old newspaper stuck to the wall. They discovered that the original owners were part of the mob and had rigged the house with traps in case the cops came snooping. As if that wasn't enough, they even had a secret hideout in the basement that they cleverly plastered over when they split, making sure no one ever found it. Apparently, this Denver home hides a deeper history. According to 7 News reporter Jacqueline Allen, these secrets were unearthed during a simple home remodeling project. What seemed like an ordinary historic home from the outside held a secret den of a local crime family. Inside this covert chamber, There were 2 concrete walls, hinting at the secrets they concealed. The house stood behind, while a dirt wall suggested the possibility of a hidden tunnel, a potential escape route that might have existed at some point. Before we continue, let's have our subscribers pick. Deep within the mystique of a haunted mansion shuttered for nearly a century, preservationists unearthed a startling secret room. A family bought an old house and found a secret room in it, which no one entered for 102 years. This discovery is similar to the strange legend of the mysterious Winchester Mystery House in California, dubbed the world's strangest home. Sealed off after its owner, Sarah Winchester, passed away in 1922. The house is a labyrinth of hidden passages, winding hallways leading to nowhere, deceptive doors, and even a room devoted to seances. The tales surrounding this mansion don't stop at its peculiar design. Many visitors swear they've heard inexplicable footsteps and eerie, otherworldly breaths echoing through its corridors. Now, could this building really be filled with ghostly presence? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Number 5. Passageway behind a bookshelf. Dan, a Reddit user, recently shared an eerie discovery from her past. As she and her mother readied themselves to move in with her stepdad, a peculiar finding awaited them in their rental house. Nestled behind a mound of clutter in her closet lay what appeared to be a concealed room, barricaded by boards and plywood. The mystery behind this secret space intrigued her, prompting her to investigate further. Despite her attempts, the entrance to this hidden chamber remained sealed shut. However, through the cracks, she caught a glimpse of what lay within: a lone mason jar seemingly filled with water. What made the discovery all the more unsettling was the revelation that the air creeping through the crevices was distinctly chilly, a stark contrast to the house's central heating. It was as though this clandestine room existed in a separate realm, impervious to the warmth of the home. Yet, despite her curiosity, Dan couldn't open the hidden chamber entirely. She reflected on the inexplicable aura surrounding it, a feeling she couldn't shake, an eerie sense that something ominous lingered within. Ultimately, she decided against prying it open further, believing perhaps it was better left undisturbed, preserved behind its boarded-up facade. Number 4. Toxic secret room behind bookcase. Imagine moving into what seemed like a dream house, a spacious 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom setup, at an unbelievable bargain. Well, for this family, the reality of their cheap purchase quickly turned into something straight out of a horror flick. While settling into their new home, they stumbled upon an abandoned bookcase that led them to a secret passage. But this wasn't just any passage. It was a stone corridor, leading them to an eerie secret room. It was a chilling sight inside this room, as there was a grungy bed and walls engulfed by black mold. What made this whole discovery even more bone-chilling was the note they found left behind by the previous owner. The note revealed a haunting tale. The former owner's daughter fell seriously ill due to the mold, struggling to breathe. The owner, unable to afford a new mortgage or spare time for legal battles, made a drastic decision. He stopped paying the mortgage and fled, leaving behind a hazardous secret room. Number 3. A hidden passageway in a 500-year-old house. The fascinating tale of Freddie Goodall, a 23-year-old British property developer, is a mystery movie marathon, only to stumble upon something straight out of those plots in real life. His 500-year-old house, nestled in Brighton, just a short drive from London in Sussex, became the stage for an astonishing discovery. Casually flipping through old family photographs, Freddie spotted a peculiar detail in one, a doorway hidden behind a bookshelf in his ancestral home. Intrigued, he began investigating. Behind one of the books, he uncovered a tiny hole that led to a concealed room. But this was just the tip of the iceberg. Freddie's exploration led him to unearth an intricate network of tunnels and chambers sprawling across the estate. He's convinced that some of these passages might stretch for miles, possibly connecting neighboring buildings, maybe even a church. Freddie theorizes that these covert tunnels once served as secret highways for the house staff long ago. Amidst this maze of hidden passages, he stumbled upon a particularly captivating discovery: a safe. With a bit of sleuthing, he managed to crack it open, unveiling a treasure trove of books dating back to the 1800s. What's more intriguing is that it seems students from the 1900s had stumbled upon parts of this tunnel, turning them into secret hangouts, adorned with graffiti marking their presence. Number 2. Homeowner finds secret crawl space. Daniel Smith, a resident near Austin, Texas, had a surprise awaiting him in his own home. It was a secret room, concealed behind a peculiar wood panel he stumbled upon. His curiosity led him to uncover this hidden space, prompted by the mysterious wood panel behind a door. Delving into the house plans, Smith learned that these areas were likely intended to be finished crawl spaces. However, for reasons unknown, the builder had left them unfinished. Smith's home, a spacious 2-story, 4-bedroom detached house, had changed hands a couple of times before landing in his possession. Curiously, after inquiring around the neighborhood, it appeared that no one else, apart from him, was aware of the existence of these crawl spaces scattered throughout the entire property. The discovery sparked widespread interest when Smith shared it online, capturing the attention of millions. Despite the eerie nature of this find, Smith opted to brush it off, transforming the hidden room into a practical storage area for Christmas decorations. However, a research center shed light on the mystery, explaining that these spaces are actually termed attic knee walls. They serve as structural components, separating the attic from conditioned space, commonly found in houses with varying ceiling heights. Number 1. Hidden attic room. This family noticed stairs concealed behind a panel in their downstairs closet, and they seemed to lead nowhere, completely blocked off. Forgotten until Christmas rolled around, the dad, with a keen eye, spotted a crack in the attic's plaster. Knocking down the wall unraveled the mystery. There was an unexpected secret room. Strangely, it looked like someone had lived there. An old bedroom adorned with wallpaper, a light switch, and even a mirror, but it was entirely hidden from the rest of the house. They found the stairs that led from the closet, but even those were sealed off. The room had been completely forgotten, tucked away as if intentionally hidden. Could there be treasure hidden within the walls? Perhaps it's time to start inspecting the floorboards or investigating further in the attic. The dad, in his curiosity, tore down a wall and unveiled a room with small ceilings, a closet area, and lights that still worked. It's a peculiar find, leaving the family puzzled about why this room was sealed off in the first place. These stories are a reminder that within the walls we call home, there might be secrets waiting to be unveiled, mysteries to be solved, and hidden rooms just waiting to be explored. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.